always reason to win. But let's come out playing our game. I think everybody had a little bit of feedback yesterday. I think a big part of the defensive feedback is respect the defensive tactic, play your under. Like there's nothing else you have to do. Just take away the under. These guys take nobody. Nothing that is tactic. And there's nothing fancy, crazy. Play man defense. Let's close our eyes very quickly and have a deep breath in. Head exhale. Continue your breathing.
Good morning and welcome to ULTI.TV's coverage of the Basel Open, coming to you live from Basel in northwest Switzerland. On your screen right now we have the crossover 3-4 from Group A and B. Iznogood from Paris and Munich of Iznogood really hyping themselves up here before the time starts. I am Alan Thomas, joined by Colfer, and we'll be doing this live coverage. So both teams had a relatively disappointing day yesterday. Iznogood enduring 3 losses to QSB, Fab and Gentle. Whereas MUC had a slightly better game. They beat Red Bull, but were unable to topple Mooncatchers and Free Speed, putting them 3rd in their pool to take on Iznogood in their 4th.
That's right. Conditions looking great yet again. El Shak coming from Perth, Australia. Some beautiful conditions here as well. A nice sunny afternoon as we see what looks to be a little bit of a crisper morning with the dew on the grass. So it'd be interesting to see if that affects how the players can keep their feet.
Lots of sliding layouts, perhaps. So tuning into a couple of MUC's games yesterday, they do have quite a big roster, a lot of national team players, some international national team players as well. They're relying a lot on a very strong deep game, so we'll see how Iznogood can adapt to that.
That's right, and on the MUC lineup, we've got Simonazzi there, number 37, who used to play for Guzmán, Italy. Very exciting player to watch, so it'd be interesting to see how he's fit in with this new team.
She's got a couple of Bologna pickups.
Yeah.
Better Katharina as well. It's interesting that there seems to be this crossover between the two teams. I guess Bologna is not too far away from Germany compared to the rest of Italy.
What are those rules that don't apply to me, Milan?
So we have Iznogood coming out on offense, and they've got the sun behind them. Building the ball, and we've got an immediate deep cut going. Looked up, coming under. And there we go. First deep shot of the game. It's going to be a struggle. But Munich scores within the first minute. I'm afraid my video quality isn't quite good enough to see who the players involved were.
That's right, the local time over there being 9 a.m. And quick score there. The height difference between the offensive receiver and the defending player that was matched up wasn't too much, but just a better body position by the Munich Ultimate player.
I do wonder how strong that sun is, whether it's going to make reading disc potentially much harder. So a relatively short pull to show over past the brick mark. Poke in the lane.
Continue now.
Doesn't like to use the field, wants the park. And a nice inside disc moving more quickly now. Lovely break shot out to the far sideline. That's Nicola on disc. Upload to the middle of the field. Iznogood transition to a vertical stack near their end zone. MUC defense really making it hard for them. They get the dump shot out and a throw to space.
That's right, Newman there, who played really well in the other game we streamed for Iznogood yesterday, just making an error due to the pressure on the D.
Nicola running on disc. Nice wide centering pass, but as you said earlier, Al, the wet grass making it harder for players to make those sharp cuts and a little stumble there.
Yeah, I've definitely seen a few players already starting to wipe the disc as soon as they get possession of it, trying to make sure that nothing's going to affect their throws, as we just see the disc going past the intended receiver.
It's so hard when that disc is slippery, especially to throw those longer shots. You have to grip the disc so tightly. It just doesn't always work.
Newman bringing back that disc in.
So it's like covering again. And the end going right. And then just in the north sideline now. Iznogood back to more horizontal look. Another nice inside, very similar to what happened before the turn, and a huge deep shot. It looks like that may have gone straight out of bounds.
Yeah, unfortunately to no one in particular down there.
I believe thrown by Chris Red. However, he may have switched shirts. So MUC will have another chance. And great. The deep cut going again. Everything inside has to go to ground. And it's an easy score after a very quick turn from Iznogood. So it was slightly hard to see on the stream what happened, but they certainly capitalised.
That's right. So the throw there from Munich just going past the intended receiver into the waiting hands of an Iznogood player. And you see this part here, just clapped and missed, and then the backup, but from the wrong team. And Iznogood taking full advantage of that.
Nice interception by Maietta. And numbers unclear for the assistant score, unfortunately.
I think it was 24, Newman again, who's one of the main handlers for the Iznogood team. He's already getting a lot of the disc.
So 1 apiece. And that's Sebastian Page gearing up to goal. Or Page, I suppose.
That's right, but we'll try and get as close to accurate as possible. However, obviously as native English speakers, my pronunciation is probably not going to be that close, but hopefully it's not too insulting.
Nice deep call there. And again, you can see that immediate deep strike from Munich. I really want it. There it goes. Oh, no one on him. Absolutely beautiful time. What a lovely deep shot.
That's right, beautiful space. Space for days in the end zone there.
It's how you always imagine it looking before it comes out of your hand.
And I think there was a big bid there on the disc. Just as you see there, those two players trying to poach off. Unsuccessful bid and a massive huck to the running player. Well weighted throw there.
So we'll throw from Kevin Maehr, who is the coach and very important D-line handler in Munich.
At the moment, both teams just easing in. No real standouts so far in terms of anyone taking away the game, as we see that ball drifting out. Wasn't much breeze to speak of yesterday, and I don't see too much movement in the trees either.
Maybe there was a rogue gust. Very low.
Yeah, I have a lot of those when I throw. It just came out of nowhere. I don't know why. And when I'm serving at tennis, it's, you know, and the sun's always in my eyes.
Millard on the disc. Iznogood sticking with our horizontal. Quite a deep horizontal stack. Just on the far sideline.
Yeah.
Nice thing.
Oh, nice interception.
So Munich picking up, immediately looking to put it deep. Lovely long pass. Looks like a deep shot. Got a player all alone in space. Iznogood, I think, poaching off to try and help deep. I know how dangerous the Munich deep game is now. Munich doing their own transition to avert snap. Oh, nice little offhand there. And cut up the line that doesn't go. Another up the line cut. Doesn't have a lot of options, but nicely taken by Fez and Fears.
So call just being made there. The players going back to their original position before the call was made. And as we wait for play to come in, a big shout out to ULTI.TV founder Mike Palmer's nephew, Peter, in Jamestown in South Australia. Kind of in the middle of Australia. It's misleading. It should be called the mid-Australia. Between the east and the west, but hey.
Thanks for tuning in, Peter. So we had a score by assisted by Biz and Fed, Just a nice little up the line pop to Juski. Jonas.
Yeah, just a little floating push pass in front of the player. Had to dive to make sure that he was the only one getting a piece of that disc. 3-1. Munich starting to pull away a little bit. And Iznogood definitely needing to score to keep up that momentum and keep themselves in the game.
If you're Iznogood, Al, what are you doing right now? What are you thinking to pull out? How do you think they can work against this Munich defense?
They tried a few different combinations on defense yesterday that were really good. And I think it's, well, there you go, current time. 20 degrees. That's actually quite pleasant for Europe in the summer, isn't it?
Yeah,
I was going to say that's quite cold. It's actually jumper weather for me. As we see poor Giovanni Santucci there. He injured his ankle yesterday, but he might be doing an Italian commentary stream later in the day. We'll see what happens.
Very exciting. Oh, and Iznogood firing back with a deep shot of their own. Oh, but it's just too far for Chris Rudd there. The classic. I'm running, but I don't think I'm going to get it. Just in the last second there. We've got Bach coming out in a vertical back. I'm just delivering this horizontal. Oh, and the classic. Oh, goodness. That's not normal.
Yes. That's not really the classic we were expecting.
No, classic cutter movement, open great deep, where throws just, I mean, when discs are wet, it's so hard.
Yeah, I think that was definitely a touch of the slippy disc. We might see in a replay maybe the defender, but I think the way that it's being so carefully dried, the disc and the dewy conditions could be partly responsible for that unforced error there with that big throw to...
Oh, wow. Lovely. So that was McGinn picking up, and Red with the score, the one who was initially too far in front of this time, gets it perfectly limited.
That's right, just hung up perfectly, and he had his body in the right position, so the defender really couldn't get across without fouling. Just able to run on to catch that goal.
He almost danced into the end zone with the footwork.
I enjoyed it. It was elegant. It was kind of a trot. I don't really know what to call it, but we'll just see it now on the replay. Yes, a little bit like it was a dressage horse. Didn't mind it.
High heel.
Yes. Shout out to the Olympics. I think it was just a tribute. And the Paralympics, maybe he's been inspired in recent times.
Oh dear, I don't know if the French win any medals in dressage. I'll have to look into that.
Well, the future is still looking good, obviously.
There we go. Oh, so let's see if we can get more of those hucks from Maehr, and then maybe we'll just have deep shot. So Munich coming out on O. Iznogood putting a more zoney defensive look out now, I think, trying to stop their deep shots. Certainly stopping a lot of upfield movement and just swinging it around the back. Oh, and there we go. Nice hole through the middle. And off they go.
Yeah, switch now to match B by the looks, but there is a player open with a bit of a miscommunication, which is always the worry when you go from one to the other.
And a deep shot, again, just slightly too far. I wonder if there's a slight downward breeze. There's been a couple of deep shots that have just sailed a bit too far in that end zone.
Yeah, and I think that was Filippo maybe, who, as he put his hand on his head to say...
So we've got Page on disc. It looked like a scuba to the middle. A couple of handler strikes. And some upfield help.
Just a lot of players camped out here on the one side with not much space at all.
Mm-hmm.
We really need to spread it out to try and get some space through. Catch.
Yeah. Especially when the Munich defense is this tight. You see things like this. And Munich quite near their own end zone. And a lovely pass out to a player that no one had.
That's right. I saw a spare Iznogood player and I went, oh. That's not good.
That's Falkenhausen there, just must have been a miscommunication, but poaching off in the end zone is generally not a strategy ultimate teams employ.
That's right. Right, so the zone, they've tried a zone G there. It was, as soon as it was broken, it was a bit of a disaster, but they did have some positives, and it looked potentially like it could be. It had the makings of a good zone, let's say that. But as soon as they got through, it was basically just trying to catch up and hope for the best. But
yeah, as it so often is with zone transitions.
That's right, and again, the couple of miscommunications where a player ended up unmanned by a defender.
I believe that is now 4-2 to Munich Ultimate, coming out on defense. And they are sticking to match defense. Oh, a side stack from Iznogood, or are they just not getting into position?
Yeah. A little from column A, a little from column B.
Oh, the nice switch there from Munich. Gets the reset off anyway. They're poaching off the near side Colfer, interestingly enough. Seems to be working really well. And a big block goes.
Oh, that is a great put.
Oh, absolutely lovely. Just floating out to Mario Cantu there. He had to run for it, but it was a lovely, lovely burst.
That's right. Iznogood are going to have to be happy with that. They worked a lot better. It does seem a little bit frantic, kind of, or maybe everyone's just trying to get in a position and it's not kind of as maybe rehearsed, or it looks a little bit manic at sometimes in the early stages.
I suppose it's always a question of, and I think it came up a few times yesterday, of just how much have these teams been able to train together. You know, how long has it been since restrictions lifted in their country? You know, how willing have they been to go out and train with their team? So I think some teams are potentially adapting a bit better than others to not having had very much training in the recent months.
Yeah, we see players like Filippo on the Munich team. He's been there for 2 years, but the last 2 years has been very much affected play conditions, so it's hard to get the experience of playing together as a team if you've only been there for the last couple of years. And this tournament has provided a great opportunity for a lot of teams, again, to try out also their younger players, to help them build experience against strong teams and players.
So we've got Izno sticking with their zone. Oh, scuba over the top, in front of the field, dumps it back. Getting those few little extra steps. Put the momentum. Lane pass. Oh, and there we go, through to the middle.
Yeah, the call to reset, but again, the players are running without a defender in a lot of the positions due to the nature of Zone D. And I think... Oh, sorry, you go ahead.
I was going to say, this is sort of the polar opposite to the last Munich score. The defender was right there, but the disc was just well enough thrown, and the body position was good enough that he was able to reel it in for the score.
Yeah, just running towards the line there. Good body position. So Iznogood now back on O. Be interesting to see if they get the score and they come out on defense again, whether they'll stick with zone or whether they'll change the type of zone they're doing. There appeared to be a lot of gaps where the handlers could move it around super easily. And as soon as they got to a handler on the side, they were able to get it through to the middle or down the line.
It did stop their deep shots though. So if that's the sort of the goal they have, it's a big tick in that box. Obviously an even bigger tick if you can get the turn. A low, fast ball from Munich. Iznogood pretty much on their own brick court, looking for options. Oh, 2 defenders on that, but immediately punished for poaching. And that's a very, very nice deep shot.
And that's Cantu again, I think.
Yeah, big goal scorer.
Just scored the last one. Almost the exact same position of the field as well.
That's true.
If he gets the third one, I'll know there's something special about that particular location.
So Munich have been employing some very good switches to shut down unders, but I think just in this case there wasn't enough communication. It was 2-on-1 as opposed to a switch. So hopefully a one-off. Or not hopefully if it was no good.
Yeah, it's all about your perspective, really. So it's now 5-4. Iznogood again, now on D, needing to switch it up because at the moment Munich has just been able to bust through any defence that they've tried. So we'll see what Steph, the coach, who's going to be commentating later on today, see what he gets his charges to run.
So about a third of the way through the game now. Games are 100 minutes today, or first to 15, so slightly longer. It doesn't say anything about a half on the schedule, so we may have just a 100-minute game with no half.
Yeah, that could be. I think it will be. I think it was at 7 yesterday with the 60 minutes, but we'll see if it's at 8.
That would make sense. So Iznogood sticking with their zone, and the pass just too far out.
It actually worked a lot better. I think it was slightly more pressure on all of the players in that front section rather than trying to poach off and cut off the lanes. And yielding the results that they've been wanting for the turn.
Absolutely. And a lovely floaty up the line pass, puts them a couple of metres shy of the end zone. Gosh, a diving catch, just about puts it in bounds. Another up the line cut with help D. Got about 12 players in that corner. Nice centering pass, maybe just to get a bit more space for themselves. Nice little backhand. Very quick distance. He turns around and see his number. He will not turn around.
He will not be named.
Yeah, I like that. Something very sinister about all this. Right.
I think it was number 8, but you can still just call it that. So we see that replay there. It was super crammed up, so congested on that sideline there. The swing opening up that space, getting away from all the defenders. And yeah, Lucas Bouchon there.
Oh, 5-all.
That's right. We thought Munich might run away with it, and Iznogood were issued the challenge of needing to get a couple more goals and stop the run, and they have done that, and it's now back to scores 5 all.
Iznogood with a bit of momentum now. See if they are going to come up with their zone again.
Yeah, whatever they did to change it from their other variations worked quite well. I think it was probably more pressure on the disc, trying to not just stop the longer options, but stop all movements across. Put the pressure on the throws, and the throw that turned it over just was reflective of the pressure on D, just not coming out of the hands as intended.
So very nice. Slow and floating pull. Wanted to Malmov.
Different D set up again.
Yeah.
Just kind of poaching off the handler. Trying to cut off the alley.
And we've got yet another beautiful deep shot going. Perfectly into the hands. And just to play a little bit faster than their defender. Walks into the end zone. As MUC employ the chant that's got the same rhythm as a lot of Ultimate teams. Spell your name.
These classic abbreviations. Call and response. Nice movement there. Good patience, and unfortunately for Iznogood, their defensive players just not able to keep up with the run of the Munich Ultimate offenders.
Sometimes it's the case where you think maybe the deep shot's not going to connect, so you don't give 100% chasing your player up the field in case it's going to be a turn, and then you're trying to make up for lost time.
So Munich now back up by a point. As we see teams arriving for the next game slot to start their warm-up.
So Izno definitely in a side stack this time. Not able to get it to the calculated player. They've got some poachers, but they've got a nice new option on that. Transition into Horo.
Yeah, you and now with the disc.
Really offensive looks now.
Yeah. And a pick's been called. But a couple of players still not realising.
Oh, look how far he's done already. Amazing.
Super keen to keep on going, but the pick was called quite a while ago.
Now, will there be a discussion about whether or not it affected that particular dump throw? I suppose the argument could be made that there would have been other options.
Yeah.
And while this is being sorted out, I just want to remind everyone watching that you can follow Ultimate videos and stories by subscribing for free. Press the bell to get updated when we go live. So back to Iznogood on the end zone line. Mark ball on the disc, dumps it off. Back to Nicola. Makes the around. Nice little strike across the front. Nice swing. Oh, it looks like he was stamped on there.
Yeah, bit of foot-on-foot action.
Millard just shaking his foot there. Oh, yeah, you can see there, just an accidental little toe step. Millard still on disc. Nice floaty dump pass, reeled in, and another hander strike.
Yeah, I was going to say he's looking for down the line, but I don't think it was going to be a good option. And
But also an incredible bid from the Iznogood player there.
Yeah, they were very close to the hip. Now
we've got a big old deep shot going. And a very quick score. With a trademark deep shot.
That's right, so break point there, bringing scores. I think it's now 7-5. Will be updated shortly. And got a look of a timeout or a half-time vibe.
So if you're a coach, what are you saying to Iznogood in their huddle right now?
I think just keep up the intensity, but make it not frantic.
We are a group of ultimate players, coaches and video enthusiasts. We've worked with the major federations and the greatest events.
We're on a mission to make Ultimate huge. We want our videos and live streams to be free to watch.
We want to make stories that not only reach you,
but also reach people outside the Ultimate community.
Like and subscribe, ULTI.TV, the best in the world.
Become a member and fund our work
to cover more events in the future and to bring more stories and live coverage to the eyes of the Ultimate world.
That's right, and a reminder there about, again, memberships available for ULTI.TV, about €3 a month to help ULTI.TV keep the streams on free for people to watch, so we can spread the news and our love of Ultimate worldwide to people who know the game and love the game, but also those who haven't heard of it before, to see what it's all about.
Absolutely, we've got lots of exciting tournaments coming up in the next few weeks. We've got obviously Euros in Belgium, and then the World Great Grandmasters Ultimate Beach Club Championships in Sardinia later on in September. I'm not sure I got all the words in that title right, but Great Grandmasters.
It's a lengthy title.
Some kind of shorthand, please. Too many letters.
It's beach, it's an older age group, and it's Ultimate.
What more could you want?
Exactly, and surprisingly and very impressively, very, very fit older people too.
Mm-hmm. We've got some high-fiving.
That's right, heads up still, which is good to see. Mm-hmm. They're still in it, it's only 2 points. Really, I think the key is, I think, as you asked me before we went to the break there, is about the, I think they are maybe rushing a few things as they get close to the end zone. They're doing all the hard work and then the pressure from Munich. And also, I guess, partly probably the lack of play practice means that they're just kind of trying to force things that aren't going to work, and then that's getting the turnover. And Munich in a much better position to just a couple of throws to get the goal after that turn.
Munich coming out with a slightly poachy-looking handler set, but there's an almost immediate deep shot to Felix there. Just absolutely rinsed this player deep. Nobody on him. And a lovely, lovely throw.
Oh, Ben Fenrich there, just space for days to run onto that disc.
Perhaps the slickness of the grass is also playing a bit of a part in hindering the defense and being able to keep up with those very quick turns.
Able to really quickly just work it through, crossing past a crossed through the middle, through the players, was able to get through without being defended. And then a beautiful pass down the line. And Iznogood now back on D. And if they get a break there, it'll be scores tied again.
The Galaxy point, I think.
Oh.
I love he just sort of went for a bit of a jog after catching it. And big thumbs up there to his team. Yeah, Munich on offense. We've been good to let go of their again, just sitting a little bit under their player, which is interesting, given the difficulty that Munich is. We've got two players chasing the handler, so it's not quite a zone, but there is definitely a handler poach. And the call on the field, just for the back. Munich working with this very quickly on the handlers. Takes the hammer. Oh, and a big throw. Is it going to come back in? It is not.
Yeah, not many options downfield there. Trying to make something out of nothing, but the throw not coming off.
Back and catching it anyway.
That's right. So Iznogood now with the opportunity to get the break point. They haven't had many of these.
So we've got a vertical sack and an isolated player in the lane making a very early cut. Push on the disc. Nice floaty swing. Oh, huge bid on the deep, or on the mark even. Doesn't quite get it. Just on the far sideline. Dumps it off. Iznogood up the line. Couple of players in the same space. Hope he dumps it back.
Oh, that is a good take there. I thought the opponent was going to be in a better position. Good read on the disc.
Iznogood swinging it around the back a lot. Finally get an upfield pass out, and it's...
Oh, did he get it?
Oh, it's alive!
Oh, you know what they say? That is you catch the D's. Great second effort there.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic reflexes, heads up play from Iznogood, and that's really going to fire them up, I imagine. Can't wait to see a replay of that.
I don't know, that was good. I was hoping, but also that Munich player quickly getting the space back between, and a great bid. Keep that disc alive and get the goal.
Munich player had his back almost sort of half turned away from the disc, so he couldn't see it again. You see he comes down sort of with his body facing the wrong way.
Yeah, out-positioned and out-manoeuvred. Shout out to a couple of our new members for ULTI.TV as well. Thank you so much for your support. Phil Webb, Alice Beeching, Alan Eukin, and Mate. Really appreciate the support. You guys rock. You too could have a personalised shout out for just €3 a month.
Or currency of your choice.
That's right. And again, another bit of the knee. I thought it might have been another toe tap, but I think it looks like a knee injury there.
And that's Simonazzi there.
It does look like Simonazzi, yeah.
Off the field. Hopefully he's all right.
And they see there's Sanchucci working the bench. He'll be trying to get on a stream later today. Hopefully, we're hoping to do one in Italian if there's an Italian team coming up. But if not, his English, unlike my Italian, is excellent. So he may well be able to do one in English.
We've got Munich looking into their end zone. Nice open side cut. And just knocking on the door now. Not up the line, but there's a poach in the lane. Player isolated at the front of the end zone, just centimetres away. Another lovely open side cut for the score.
Squeezes that pass through there.
So potentially a half-time break here. No, they're just putting another. So half is still score then I'm guessing. It wasn't a timeout. Munich up by 1.
Iznogood definitely still in it. We've got still more than half the time remaining. No, we don't. I've done some really bad maths there. Oh, am I close? Oh, I'm close.
Yeah.
I forgot today it was going to 100, and then I doubted. But no, it is to 100.
Back yourself.
100 minutes.
Yourself.
Yeah, I don't. It's not even early in the morning. That's just a afternoon brain. No excuse, really. We just see a replay because he hugs that disc, little cuddle. That was quite nice. Just a couple of highlights here.
Oh, the offhand.
Oh, that was a great bid. So
punishing the offhand.
And this is that contest again with the slight touch, a bit of a tip, and then a great diving catch for the score. Almost actually controlled it on that first attempt with one hand, with his back also to the disc a little bit, but the second effort just as good.
We are a group of ultimate players, coaches and video enthusiasts. We've worked with the major federations and the greatest events.
We're on a mission to make Ultimate huge. We want our videos and live streams to be free to watch.
We want to make stories that not only reach you,
but also reach people outside the Ultimate community.
Like and subscribe, ULTI.TV, the best in the world.
Become a member and
fund
fund
our
our
work
work.
to cover more events in the future and to bring more stories and live coverage to the eyes of the Ultimate world and beyond.
So if you would like to support ULTI.TV and their mission to bring Ultimate to more people worldwide, you can go to www.ulti.tv.com, or there is a link to our Patreon in the video description. So this does look like a half.
It's got a definite vibe of half-time. So it was a timeout before. I did hear someone from the sidelines calling timeout for the earlier break. But I thought it may have been from field 2. But this is definitely, you don't normally come off the field for a timeout. So this is definitely the half-time break. Now we've got 8 points.
Iznogood trying to get in the shade. Munich Ultimate preferring to stay on the pitch. Sorry, Al, I interrupted you. What were you saying?
No, it was actually about the shade, about how it's quite cold at when it's 20 degrees. I'd probably still be happy to be out in the sun.
True. It might be warming up, I suppose. It's nearly 9 o'clock now. It might be heating up.
To 21, that's okay.
We have warmth in Europe too.
All right, so Iznogood was looking down and out earlier on. They were about 4 points behind one stage, but they have managed to come back within 1 point. Plenty of time left. And be interesting to see what they come out. I think the defense has worked a bit better, but I think possibly also their offense, they're looking like they're actually getting a bit more order and structure in the end zone, which is helping.
It does seem like they've thrown a lot of defensive looks at Munich. They've tried zone, they've tried match, they've done a poaching and handler set. So I wonder if we'll see even more defensive looks in the second half, or if they're going to pick their favourite and stick with it.
Yeah, we'll be interested to see a lot of teams using this to help them get in form for the Euro Championships that you mentioned earlier. So it is a good time against high-level competition to try a few different varieties and techniques and strategies.
That's exactly right. You know, and some of these teams maybe at this point on the weekend are saying, look, obviously we'd like to win, but it's also just about getting those reps in, getting these games in where there is a relatively higher pressure, which you can't necessarily replicate in trainings.
So Iznogood starting on O, looking to bring the scores back to 8 apiece.
So just in the centre of the field. Oh, an immediate deep shot. Other Munich players trying to catch up, but nicely taken. Oh, very casual little hand off.
Not a fan of that.
Oh, yeah. Imagine the coach wasn't either. But if it works, it works. Right, Iznogood very close to their own end zone. Again, Iznogood really liking these little offhand pops.
Going to be close to that line there. And also the other player, from the two Izno players, did bump into each other, but I don't think the foul was against their opposition. I think it was their own player that bumped into them. So no call, back to 8 all.
And that's again with the score, who, as you mentioned earlier, is one of the main handlers, but not shy to score some goals as well.
Just see that defensive bid from the first half earlier. And almost gets a piece of it with the right hand single grab. But again, just pops it up a bit, but diving effort to catch that goal.
How many times do you think Bouchon is going to watch that one back?
I don't know. I think it's probably been the best, most spectacular goal we've seen in this game. So I think as the individual player, it's probably going to be there for a while on high repeat.
And that is saying something, because there have been some other spectacular goals in this game.
Yeah, I think that one we almost thought that was it. It was deed. And then all of a sudden, he comes up with the disc.
Rising.
Excuse me, everybody.
Happens when you're commentating a lot.
That's right. And it is winter season here.
All right, so we've got Munich coming out on offense. Looking like a potential split back.
Oh, and that is close contest there.
No call. Well, a nice high release. Munich players going through. Another high release. On the end zone line. Dumps it back, but it looks like there's a...
Yeah, I think they...
So Maehr there.
Definitely looking in a little bit of pain. So I think could have just changed direction. As we just see a replay of that big bid there. So I think there was a call made. I think I heard foul called.
You've got good ears.
Thank you. It's a teacher thing. Thank you. All right, so the call's now resolved. Player back up. And Iznogood in dangerous territory here with Munich right on the front of their own end zone.
Oh. A lovely D there by the French player, just whacking the disc out of the back of the window.
Bold choice.
Yes.
I thought they might try to dump swing across to get some more space, but
I suppose you don't get to be one of the best teams in Germany without being a little bit bold every once in a while.
yeah. It almost looked a little bit like the offensive player actually hit it as he tried to catch it. It carried it out away from him.
Yes, absolutely.
The old self-D, which is this painful.
So Iznogood looking to break and put themselves ahead in the scoreline for the first time in this game. The far sideline and a deep shot's going and it's thrown.
That is a nice put. It's just going to be... Oh! What a great contest. Both players there. Far out.
Community from Simonazzi there. Glad to see that he's recovered from his knee niggle earlier in the game. He's reaching out a long arm, swiping the disc away.
That's right. And well done in avoiding the falling Iznogood player as well. Very hard to do at that speed, I'd imagine.
Yeah, especially when the ground is slippery too.
Looking super congested here, yeah. Tight mark.
Space things out a bit now. Nice inside. Another nice inside. Munich crush any hopes of an Iznogood break here.
Iznogood making them work very hard for that goal.
Oh yes.
So lots of positives to come out with, but good perseverance there from Munich to chase down that D and work it all the way back up. We see there Simonazzi with the assist. One end to the other.
Nice bookend to him there. So Iznogood getting their marching orders on the line. I'm trying to listen to the sideline, but I'm unfortunately not good enough to know what they're saying, unfortunately.
So about 40 minutes left of the game, a little bit longer than 40 minutes. The high score cap of 15. At the moment, each point's been very hard fought. Since Iznogood has had their comeback, so it could get close to the time cap. If they can get this score and also put more pressure back on D.
Got a big force from Hartman and the other handle coach here. Just live swung back to the middle. Really punished for their poaching there.
No, A bit more of a zone look here from Munich. We haven't seen that for much of the game from them on D.
Yes, absolutely right. Looks like a cup zone. A lot of tall Munich players in that cup. Iznogood doing really well with the little handle crashes. Oh, and a nice break back. Huge hammer.
Oh, great D. But I think maybe a foul was called as he came through.
Oh, I saw the contested Hein signal. Yeah, we're going to talk about it and reenact it. Wow, that's a full-on reenactment.
Bit of grab, I like it. It's hard to reenact your hand and the other player's hand, though. Here we go. As we see on the replay. Oh, I think it maybe called strip. Then, if that's the case, so I don't think he hit his hand. I think he's called strip. Because I think he's saying that he had enough control, but the other player hit it out of his hand.
Yeah. The player was so impressed by the reenactments. He's uncontested it.
It won him over.
I'll need to try that next time I call a foul, is actually throw the disc as well.
That's right. This is exactly how it happens.
Yes. So Iznogood with a hold. Searching for that elusive break in this point.
And I think if Munich do run away with the game and the win at the end, we just see again that strip call. Good resolution and good discussion, great spirit by both sides.
Yeah, unfortunately, the deep player out of position, having made the bid on that hammer to not be able to cover the player in the end zone. It did look like a effective zone, though.
Yeah, maybe it was just again one of the let's try it while we can situations. I think Iznogood worked quite well against that. Able to get some crossfield throws, and then that hammer.
2 hammers in succession for a score. And we've got Munich working it round the back.
So it looks like they've got a floating player towards the middle for... Oh, that is a great catch.
The Munich player just having a little lie down after catching that.
Always had to bring his shovel, it was so low. Well done.
But very nicely, he was almost bent double, yeah, as you say. Good form on the catching.
We just saw the receiver of that goal right in front of us. And then 2 throws, and then all of a sudden, right in the end zone, diving catch.
Well, just a little lie down in the sun. Why not?
Take a break. You got to go. That's what you get, right? All right, so Munich back up by 1. Iznogood then on their defence, having more of a poaching player towards the middle of the field. Which again was something slightly different on their D. We haven't seen that before.
I imagine Iznogood, after losing all of their games yesterday, are absolutely fired up and really, really want this win. You don't want to come home at the end of the tournament with no wins.
That's right. A nice consolatory one is, even if you've got a lot of positives to take away with you, as we just see that contest there, losing the disc and the turnover.
An unfortunate short turn and immediately capitalised. We've got Nicola kicking the disc away in jubilation. This isn't a good walk, just constantly back to the end zone.
That's right. Looks like he's limping a bit. He might have strained his leg with that kick.
Oh no!
Wasn't worth it. Was not worth it. You shouldn't have kicked it so high. That wasn't necessary.
What is your opinion, Al, on spiking discs after scoring?
Not a fan at all. And I don't try to hide it.
It's alright, it's a personal decision every ultimate player has to make.
It's not even showboating. It's just, yeah, it comes across to me as not just a celebration, but a display of arrogance in that kind of situation.
I can totally understand that viewpoint.
Don't mind the shirt over the head, the run and jump and high five. That's fine. But you know, when it's been such a close game in the second half, emotions are running high. So you know, could have just been in the moment. I don't know if that's the standard celebration for that player. Could have just been, yeah, this is it. This is happening.
Yeah.
We broke back, and we're going to do it again. But hopefully, Iznogood will stand a bit stronger. I think throwing to that contested pass there was really the issue. With not many players able to run into space and get free from their defensive player. And that's a nice ball.
Yeah. Ooh, nice inside to the centre of the field, and a big deep shot goes.
Ooh.
Oh, well read and defended.
It held up so long.
Wagner there. And Red stomping his feet as he walks upfield to be on defence.
So that disc just holding up for so long, I think, and the defensive player able to get his body in front. As we see Simonazzi now with the disc, just drying it off.
Another side step look from Munich. Well defended, shutting down the isolation player from Iznogood. Just on the sideline. Munich gets upfield pass.
Morning, calling for that swing to get into space.
Oh, and a big shot goes.
2 versus 1, but a good position there. Oh, nice catch again, remembering to catch the D.
Iznogood wasting no time in getting the disc moving. Munich players slightly on the back foot.
Oh, that is a good throw. Great read. And a good body position there. Nice throw down the line.
Score, I think another score for Heinrich. And it looked like, I may be mistaken, but it looked like Iznogood had switched their force. They've been forcing backhand for a while.
Yeah.
I think they were forcing flick in that point, which might have rattled Munich slightly, having been used to that backhand force the rest of the game.
Yeah, definitely trapped them on that other side of the field. And I think I've heard a few people on the team calling for the swing to get it off that space, but wasn't listened to, or maybe not heard, and they tried for something that against the 2 defenders against the 1 offensive player is going to be always very difficult.
Definitely. Izno still looking for that break, which will then put them to be trading up by just 1. A lot of people... Oh no, sorry.
Go ahead.
A lot of players shading their eyes. I think the sun may be getting stronger, or potentially just at a worse angle for those on that right side of the screen.
Yeah, in the afternoon games, the disc was almost shimmering. It was so shiny when the sunlight hit it towards the other end of the field now. So it looks like it's beautiful fine conditions, but very bright.
You need to get those bright yellow discs like they do at beach ultimate tournaments to begin to glare. We've got Munich into a very floaty shot.
Oh no.
Wow. Massive height mismatch, but managed to find it and get it on the second attempt.
Well, I think that's now one each for the got to catch a D situation. I think both teams have done one of those where it's they've done such a great effort, but the offensive player just committing everything and not giving up at all.
Definitely. I want to see a poll from ULTI.TV of which which layout grab on the second attempt is better.
Definitely a height mismatch, and it would have been interesting. I think maybe it looks like there maybe have been a bit of contact there. So potentially if he didn't catch it, they may have had a foul call. I'm not too sure. It didn't look that clean.
No. Bignal with the score. It's Munich stand to shade their eyes and squint upfield. Valk with the disc.
Oh, nice central pull there.
And another deep shot. Not quite in. Meissl walks it back out.
Oh, you're just hoping for a bit of patience.
Lovely skewer to the back corner of the end zone. And I think that's a 9. I think that's Pala. It could also be Felix again.
Oh, and a great take with the left hand as well.
He almost sort of floated in the air, I think, with, like the disc, just
held up there.
Force of will.
I didn't think hover shoes were allowed, but now. So it's no good. Yeah, back within.
So we are just over 70 minutes into this game. We've got under half an hour left. We've got Page, tall boy, with the pole.
Just hearing their coach Steph there from the sideline, still giving instructions to the team. Come down on defense, hoping for a break point.
Munich with their side stack again. Nice little player gets the disc in the centre of the field. Got a deep option and 2 unders. Sticks with the under.
Been trying to block the alley off a little bit, but not successful.
Lots of space created on that kind of right-hand side of the field, right-hand channel. Really nice. Now pull it up gradually to their end zone. Like a vet transition now. Wanderers just popping it between themselves. Nice pass upfield.
Yeah, just runs over the line, so takes it back to the front of the end zone.
Dumps it back. Couple of options, not a big fan of anything. Very close on the force there. Going to lift up the disc to fake. And a very quick falling overthrow to Galmov there.
I didn't mind that celebration, just a cute little dropping it hit on the back of the foot. That was nice. Not too harsh on the plastic. You got to try and make these things last in this day and age.
That's true. The subtle spikes are okay with you, Al?
Yeah, subtlety. It's got to be subtle. Or incredibly glamorous. One of the two.
We've got Holzer there. Look how close this force is. Just gets the disc out anyway. Oh, wow. Look, he was falling over as
yeah, I
he
think that was Simonazzi. Just, it was almost a bit of a pass from hand to head with the momentum going forwards.
That's true.
Gaining meters with feet still on the other side and not moving the feet, so...
It's true. Absolutely cracking highlight reel of just this game. Honestly, there have been so many incredible throws, incredible bids.
And we've still got about 20 minutes left as well. With Iznogood is not down and out. We are getting closer to the score cap, as that is an interesting pool. Making it maybe halfway down the field at best. And yeah, unsurprisingly, they're going to take it from the sideline and not go to brick that. Wow.
That's the gain with the disc. Immediately. Nice swing across. Tight defense from Munich. There's a huge fake there. Going to go quite close now, looking for options. Nice movement from the dump player. Gets it back.
That's right. Good patience now from Iznogood. I think waiting for the safer options and try to force something that's not there.
Absolutely, but also taking on the flow as well. Just a minute ago. Slightly closer. Oh, and
that is a lovely talk. Oh, good.
The players aren't open, just throw to where they're not being guarded.
Yeah, there was a few players running through into that space, but they were looked off, but they kept kind of hanging around. And great patience there from Iznogood, getting the scores back within 1 point. Just a bit of discussion happening here as well, but I don't think it will affect the score.
And that was Pala throwing that lovely IO break there.
So maybe travel or maybe about the pivoting space.
Yeah, that's an interesting call from the mark, because it did look like he was very close to Pala there, but well, who knows, maybe it was something earlier on that happened.
That's right, and maybe it was just about what they had for lunch yesterday. We will never know. But please comment on the YouTube channel if you want us to find out. We can get our best people on the job finding out what was that discussion based on. It's Iznogood now. Back on D. Hoping for the pool to make it past halfway. And that is a nicer looking pool than the previous one.
We also have a comment on the stream that Chris Red is a gorgeous horse.
Is that a compliment?
I don't know.
Well, the gorgeous bit sounds like it is, but I don't know about the horse.
More elaboration, please.
Yeah.
Iznogood. Forcing Munich to dump backwards. Oh, but a very nice pass up to the centre of the field. Oh, big bid on the round. Took out anyway. Oh, and a big floaty deep throw. Oh, well defended. Time too far for a layout. Oh, I was really hoping we would see one.
It did hold up a bit, but I think both players were not in a great position to continue moving forwards.
That's very true. We see the bid there from Fenrich and the big throw. But Well
and a much more convincing hit D there. Definitely it was a not in my house situation.
Yes, quite. Bigger man's being told, absolutely not today.
Yeah, not again. And now Iznogood with a chance to break and bring the scores back to 13 all.
Some nice early cuts going. Just being wiped off. Oh,
And that is a nice pass down the line, but maybe a call's been made because it didn't seem that had too much interest from everyone on the field.
possibly a travel. Maybe he had
I think a pick was called.
Okay.
Just kind of in that middle section as you see the players go back to their position before the call.
Mm-hmm.
This coming in on, looks like 5, but that...
Oh, wow. Lovely Hammers to the other side of the field, taking advantage of the Munich coaches of the car handler.
Oh, and that is a nice throw, but to a one-on-one competition, and yeah, just not quite the right throw. With the receiver out of position for that.
And Munich looking to get another break and increase their lead. Another deep shot. That's right back at you. Iznogood needs that. Right on the disc.
Oh, that is a massive throw. I think it's going to be hard to catch. And call just made there. What I think he did get a hand on it. I'm not sure if that's what they're discussing about.
Yeah.
Whether he had enough control and who called it first. And we'll just see that replay. Oh,
He was definitely close to it.
I actually, based on that replay, I think Iznogood. Oh, but now based on that replay, I was like, oh no, I think Munich. Yeah, so good call there, based on the fact that I couldn't commit either way.
Yeah. And Bouchon will have another chance.
Yeah, it was pretty close.
Really incredible. There was so little contact in that bed. You've got 3 people going up for the same disc, and you can see the daylight between all of them.
Yeah. So it wasn't a foul at all, it was just about the possession. So just sorting out where they were, where that throw was made. Disc going back.
Haj figuring out where he needs to stand.
That's right. This is where we need that amateur dramatic player to come back and reenact.
Please. I would love that.
And yeah, just a infringement there, just coming back again. There we go.
Very quick dish. Sideline.
Oh, that handler working very hard to get into space there.
Yes. Oh, nice flick to the middle. With that middle space, and there we go.
Oh, now that's looking better. Oh, yeah, and if it's not a goal, they'll probably call about the foul.
There we
As
go.
they landed on top of each other, but Iznogood. Got the break point, and now 13 each.
Tessier with the incredible layout under intense pressure to get that score. So 13 all. We have about 15 minutes left of this game. And everything to play for.
Alright, so a massive D point for Iznogood here. Their defense has been improving. Again, Iznogood Red House is one of the comments there. And shout out to the player with that massive beard getting the goal there from the Iznogood fans.
We've got a shout out to, I assume, Sebastian Page on the YouTube channel. We said. And I imagine there are a lot of Iznogood club members potentially tuning in, as they do have 4 teams under their umbrella, including Yaka, their women's team, Willem and Zaka, which are both mixed teams. A lot of potential players to be tuning in this morning.
That's right. A reminder to our French-speaking fans of Ultimate that there was a game streamed with French commentary yesterday that you can see on ULTI.TV YouTube channel.
Obviously, don't go and watch it right now, though. Stick with us for all the action.
Never leave us.
Oh, we've got Izno. Having got a D earlier. Working it up close to their end zone. And the strike prepares the break.
Looking dangerous all of a sudden.
Oh, wow.
Well, well, well.
And Izno let rip with a spike of their own from
I held back my comment about that. Again, the rush of blood in a very close game. I think that's...
Paj potentially turning out to be player of the match for Iznogood here, getting some incredible Ds and incredible goals as well. You cannot teach tall, as they tell me.
That's right. The French fans loving this moment, as it looks like a timeout's been called. And at this stage, critical game, 1 point away from the match. 14-13. Iznogood has been down basically the entire match, but now coming up with the lead at a crucial stage. 1 more point and they will come away with the win, when originally they were at least 4 points down in the first half.
And this would be the first win of their weekend here in Basel.
Right, and a reminder to like and subscribe and share the ULTI.TV content. Visit the ULTI.TV site, social media. Find out more about how you can be involved as well if you are interested in ever doing any commentary or know anything about the tech side of things and you want to be part of it. You are more than welcome to get in touch with ULTI.TV and let us know how you can help the Ultimate community to produce games and share Ultimate around the world.
And if you're not interested in helping out in the commentary or tech, you can help us by hitting the like button and potentially sharing this video with your friends, leaving comments, anything to feed the YouTube algorithm, make sure more people can see the live Ultimate.
Might be able to pick up the voice of Steph there, the coach for Iznogood, despite the distance from the camera.
He's a loud boy.
He'll be pretty pumped at this stage of the competition and giving them quite a mission again. They've had a couple of break points now, back to back, and it'll be interesting to see what they've come up with. They've come out a few different varieties of zone. They've done a poach D. They've just done standard match D. We're very interested to see what comes up in this point of the game.
Both teams putting on their power lines for what could potentially be the last point of the game. Big pull, immediately centred. Oh. The 1-2-1 from Munich. Oh, and that is a beautiful disc. Look like Holzer there, throwing the centering pass and then absolutely taking off deep to receive that shot. Iznogood player there, jogging up to high-five his teammate. Nice to see.
All right, so now universal points. Gained 15. Plenty of time left in the game, but only 1 point left. With Iznogood on O. But Munich Ultimate's defense has been super strong.
Gosh, this is exciting. I think it's a testament to how high level all the teams are in this tournament that kind of third in the pool and fourth in the pool crossover is so high level and so exciting. A big pull. Is now with their side stack. Got a poach downfield. Looks up and under. Honda striking up the line. Breaks instead to the uphill player coming down. Transitioning into a horror look now. Lots of really nicely set up long cuts, long undercuts from Bignal. I think the defensive pressure of Munich is such that they're not that easy to get out. There we go. Oh my gosh. Just a bubble there.
All of a sudden.
Yeah. Looked like he lost his footing and kind of tripped himself almost. Just bubbled it. So we've got Munich with a chance to put this game away. Got no more than disc centers. Lovely inside shot to the isolated player. Oh, scooped up.
Yeah, good reaching arms there. That's from the player who took that diving catch for the score before. He can reach quite low.
He's now hoping to...
And again, another great bid to keep the disc alive.
Oh, huge bid from Morse. Recovers. And there it is. Nice little inside shot. And that is game to Munich Ultimate after an incredible contest, an incredible struggle with breaks and bids and deep shots from all sides. Gosh, that really felt like it could have gone either way, and credit to Munich for coming away with that win.
Right, so I believe coming up next on our live stream is gentlemen from Belgium and the Mooncatchers as well. And I have forgotten where the Mooncatchers are from. I think they're also from Belgium, but
I think you're right.
So it's a bit of a Belgium derby, as we would say here, with two home clubs against each other. Coming up next, for any Belgium fans, please feel free to tune in, spread the word, get the locals watching on this beautiful Sunday morning over there. And again, we see that diving bid. We've seen it several times now of number 8.
So just to wrap things up here, make sure you tune in to the next game on the ULTI.TV YouTube channel. I've been Ali Thomas, joined by the wonderful Al Shaq from Australia, and I hope you all enjoy the rest of the Sunday.
That's right. Thanks all. Keep watching, like, subscribe, share, look into that membership.
a group of ultimate players, coaches, and video enthusiasts. We've worked with the major federations and the greatest events.
We're on a mission to make Ultimate huge. We want our videos and live streams to be free to watch,
We want to make stories that not only reach you,
but also reach people outside the Ultimate community.
Like and subscribe. ULTI.TV, the best in the world.
Become a member and
fund
fund
our
our
work
work.
to cover more events in the future and to bring more stories and live coverage to the eyes of the ultimate world and beyond.
We are a group of
ultimate.
ULTI.TV.